neighbors, I ask you, when you break up with someone, why does everyone keep asking, oh, are you seeing anyone? Are you out there? You're on the apps? You talking to anybody? What's the big rush to jump into the next relationship? What's this panic that you're on your own and that's not a good thing? What's the emergency to rush into the next relationship? Why isn't anyone asking how your relationship with yourself is going? I love a boy break. A boy break is the time you take to take care of yourself after your previous relationship ends. I'm calling it a boy break just from my own experience, but obviously this pertains to any person. If you go from one relationship right into the next one without taking time to be on your own, there's no chance of healing your pain. And that means you then are still going to be a hurt person. And we know that hurt people. So in order to not hurt yourself and the other person in your next relationship, you have to heal that pain from your past trauma. That's how you'll have a better relationship next time. You'll just drag your baggage into the next relationship if you don't take that time to work on yourself, and that will perpetuate these cycles of the same issues and the same insecurities and the same arguments that come up again and again. Unresolved issues that you need to deal with will keep showing up. Boy break is a great opportunity for you to take time to be the one you've been searching for. In my teens and 20s, and even into my 30s, I felt like I had to find somebody to take care of me because what if something happened and I didn't want to die alone, and I needed someone else to really feel like a complete person. I didn't realize that I was already a complete person. I knew that I needed to do the work, and the work never ends. The work is lifelong because we never get to a point where we're perfect. But when I realized that I was the one that I'd been searching for, I felt so good because then it gave me a chance to put down that heavy baggage I've been dragging around for so long and open it up and dig out the pain and dig out the fear and dig out the anger that I've been carrying around for so long over my past trauma. That baggage that you've been dragging around forever is your unhealed pain. And it's the pain that sparks those issues that keep showing up in every relationship you have. And not just your intimate relationships, your relationships with your friends and family and coworkers. All of your relationships will reflect your unhealed pain until you do the work to heal yourself. You deserve to be free of the weight of your heavy baggage. I think the big rush to be in the next relationship is usually fueled by fear. I know it was for me. When I was 16 and I had my first boyfriend, I felt like no one else would ever love me again for the rest of my life. I legit felt that way. I was so afraid that this was my only opportunity to be loved. And when I was 38 and I was getting ready to be in my next relationship at that time, I felt like, I'm almost 40. Like it's this big panic because society put so much pressure on women turning 40, especially, to find somebody and get married and be in that lifelong relationship and just have everything be sort of perfect from then on. But I mean, relationships are work. So this fear of being alone, this fear of dying alone, this fear of not having someone to take care of me if something happened, I feel like that sparked a panic that I had in between relationships before I really understood the value of the boy break. Your why is important in everything you do. If you're the one putting pressure on yourself to be in the next relationship, ask yourself why. Are you afraid to be alone? Why? Do you think being alone is the same as being lonely? Why? Do you love yourself? Or is the thought of being by yourself scary because you're uncomfortable being stuck with someone you don't like? If there's a gap between the person you are and the person you want to be, you're not going to feel comfortable on your own. When you love yourself, then you feel good on your own. You must feel good on your own to be in a healthy relationship and love someone in the way they deserve to be loved and accept love from them that is healthy, meaning kind and supportive. You already are whole. I felt like I was searching for someone to complete me so that I could be a whole person, so that I could be enough, so that I could be accepted in society, so people wouldn't be looking at me on a boy break in between relationships like, what's wrong with her that she's not with someone? Like, why do you have to be with someone all the time? Or at all if you don't want to? The same issues will come up again and again, and the same mistreatment will show up again and again until you learn to love yourself. Because when you truly love yourself, you don't allow anyone to mistreat you, including the mistreatment you inflict upon yourself by not loving yourself. You deserve to be loved, and when you love yourself, you are loved. Even if you feel like there's no one else out there who loves you, you will know that you are loved because you love yourself. And you will know you're not alone because you have yourself. You can enjoy a boy break because that's your time to take care of you. You're taking responsibility for your own care. You're not constantly being disappointed in the ways someone else isn't showing up for you in the way you want them to. Because you can show up for yourself and you can take care of yourself. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have. If you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else in a healthy way, and you can't accept love from them in the way you deserve to be loved. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. You teach people how to treat you. So if you don't love yourself, you're mistreating yourself. You're treating yourself badly. And that's an invitation for other people to mistreat you. And it actually sort of welcomes attracting this energy that's negative, because if you don't love yourself, you're attracting people who don't love themselves either. Or, no, yeah, that's it, because people who love themselves don't take advantage of other people. So if you don't love yourself, you're attracting people who don't love themselves because they will take advantage of the fact that you're not respecting yourself, you don't know your worth, you don't know you are worthy of love. You're like an easy target if you don't love yourself. If you don't know you are worthy and that you deserve the love you want, you won't even recognize it when you see it. There were so many times in my teens and 20s especially when I met someone and they felt like home, they felt familiar. And what I was really experiencing was a shared pain from our past. I would look into their eyes and recognize my own pain. And I thought that meant that we were meant to be together because this person feels like home, because this person feels comfortable. When you have unhealed pain, you attach to that pain. And it's kind of like a security blanket. That pain is kind of a comfort. And when you see it in other people, they feel comfortable. But when you love yourself and you see pain in other people, you can just feel compassion, but you know that you don't want to attract that kind of energy in your next relationship. So you're making better choices about who you're going to be in your next relationship with. You don't want to keep attracting the same kind of person who will hurt you. And in order to stop that cycle, you have to love yourself so you're no longer hurting yourself. When you take a boy break to work on your relationship with yourself, your next relationship won't have the same drama. It won't have the same issues. It won't be perfect. No relationship is. It will be work. All relationships are. But it will feel better. It will be different because you will be different. It will be better because you will be better. Take good care.